Meet Park Young, a naive 17-year-old about to embark on a daunting journey that will forever alter the course of his life. As he prepares to join the ranks of North Korea's military, he naively steps into what older soldiers sometimes mockingly refer to as the crybaby army. Park has just graduated high school, and like every able-bodied citizen, he is bound by North Korean law to serve in the armed forces. But this isn't just a rite of passage. It's a prison cloaked in the guise of national pride. As the son of working-class parents with no significant history of dissent, Park has been deemed acceptable by the regime, having passed secret health assessments at school. Now he finds himself enlisted in a military force that is one of the largest and most heavily militarized in the world, yet plagued by chronic food shortages, outdated equipment, and a draconian system that leaves little room for rebellion. In a military that once represented prestige, opportunities, and perhaps even a chance at a better life, many are now willing to go to desperate lengths to avoid conscription, including faking illness or bribing officials' desperate acts that can lead to harsh punishments if discovered. In a land where defiance can ultimately doom not only the individual but also their entire family for generations, Park faces a stark reality. Whether he truly believes in the nation's cause or is merely trying to survive, any action he takes can have life-altering consequences. As we delve deeper into Park's experience within the ranks of the military, what it means to serve in an oppressive regime, the harsh conditions faced by recruits, and the mental and physical toll of indoctrination, we will explore the complexities of life in North Korea. Join us as we uncover the harrowing truths faced by soldiers like Park Young, trapped in a system that turns young boys into cogs in a relentless machine where personal ambition is crushed under the weight of loyalty to the state, and dreams of escape are often overshadowed by the bleak reality of compliance. This is Park Young, a 17-year-old North Korean who stands on the precipice of becoming a soldier in what older military veterans mockingly call the crybaby army. Having recently graduated from high school, Park is about to step into a world dictated by rigid structures and relentless indoctrination. According to North Korean law, all able-bodied citizens of suitable birth who complete their education must serve in the military. Park's health has been secretly assessed twice by the local military mobilization committee in his teen years, confirming his fitness for duty. Coming from a family without prior records of rebellion, he fits the criteria able-bodied and of acceptable lineage. In North Korea, one can avoid conscription only if they are sick, the only child of a dependent family, or in the midst of higher education. However, the changes following the devastating famine of the 1990s have led to a shifting perspective on military service. Once seen as a badge of honor, conscription now inspires fear and the urge to escape, as soldiers find that military pay has become less alluring than potential civilian jobs. Park, like many of his peers, enters military life with little choice. He too is aware of the lengths that some will go to avoid the draft-faking illnesses or bribing officials with hard-earned money, approximately $100, which can be a significant amount for working-class families. But if caught evading military service, the repercussions are severe, leading to harsh labor camp sentences lasting up to a year. Once enlisted, Park is plunged into the Korean People's Army, which is subdivided into various branches, including ground forces, Navy, Air Force, and special operations. North Korea boasts the fourth largest military in the world with around 1.3 million active personnel, supported by hundreds of thousands of reservists and paramilitary forces. This emphasis on defense is unsurprising given the country's ongoing tensions with its southern neighbor and broader international dynamics. Park's initial training unfolds over a grueling 3 months of boot camp, where he undergoes a transformation from civilian to soldier. Here, the conditions are harsh, marked by stringent discipline and demanding physical training. He learns how to utilize weapons, participate in strenuous marches, and engage in martial arts, all while being subjected to a constant barrage of ideological indoctrination, emphasizing loyalty to the nation and a willingness to sacrifice for the greater good. In some respects, Park's life improves once he joins the military. For decades, food shortages have plagued the nation, and even the impoverished often experience hunger. However, military service guarantees at least 3 meals a day. For many from poorer backgrounds, enlisting in the army is the only way to guarantee a semblance of reliable nourishment. Following boot camp, Park swears an oath of allegiance and is assigned to the largest branch of the military, the Korean People's Ground Force. He receives a Type 88 assault rifle, a North Korean variant of the AK-74, a weapon emblematic of the country's outdated arsenal. Despite the impressive numbers of military personnel, much of the equipment is aging and inadequate, with reports indicating that even vintage tanks like the Soviet T-34 remain in service. Park serves in the southern region of North Korea, situated near the heavily fortified demilitarized zone separating North and South Korea, often regarded as one of the most scrutinized borders globally. Each day, Park stands vigilant, awaiting orders to either defend North Korea against potential aggression or to carry out aggressive maneuvers aimed at uniting the peninsula. A typical day for Park begins at 5:40 a.m., filled with running, push-ups, and brisk washing in nearby rivers. The regimented life includes meals consisting of limited portions of corn and vegetables, followed by military drills, weapon cleaning, and training exercises that dominate most of his day. Despite the promise of consistent meals, many soldiers often do not receive the 3 daily rations they are promised. The reality remains that North Korea has not engaged in war since the 1950s, but tensions are ever present and the possibility of future conflicts looms large, whether through direct military action or the country's involvement in foreign conflicts, like those in Vietnam or Africa. Park, like many of his comrades, dreams of a life beyond the army, a life free from the constant demands and fear of punishment that permeate North Korean military life. Even the smallest infraction can lead to severe consequences. Recent reports have shown soldiers facing harsh punitive actions for remarks that challenge the state's narrative. The ruling regime exercises a chilling 3-generation rule, condemning entire families for the supposed transgressions of a single member. Therefore, contemplating escape or dissent is fraught with dire implications for their loved ones. Resignation weighs heavily on Park as he faces the harsh discipline of military life, laborious tasks, inadequate meals, and strict enforcement of rules. With every passing day, he accepts his fate as one more soldier in service to the hermit kingdom of North Korea. In a world where freedom is a distant dream, Park Young embodies the struggle of the many young Koreans drawn into a system that prioritizes loyalty over individual well-being, a microcosm of the broader human story unfolding in one of the world's most repressive regimes.